World record.
It's
World
still
record
better
delay.
than the 1 hour delay that we had once.
Yes. Oh yeah. So much better. YouTube. Hello. Welcome. Vampire the Masquerade. What gives men wings? Session 8. Joined by Izron. Joined by Elizabeth.
Hello.
Joined by Eve.
Hi.
Joined by Dante.
Howdy.
Last time, the party is, well, Izron and Alice are in another part of the city, and they were assaulted by werewolves. Or rather, not necessarily assaulted. It appears that the werewolf in charge, called the Ash Mother, isn't actually belligerent like that. She's not out to destroy them, but another group of vampires whose domain was infringed upon attacked them and are currently being slaughtered. And poor Izron has a guy called Rust Eater in his face who's about to fight with him. In another part of the town, Elizabeth and Eve have somehow managed to enrage a demon from hell who has taken over a movie studio, and Izron was feeding on the poor actors' attempt at perfection. But Elizabeth literally broke the game by attaining perfection, at least by the standards of the demon. So the spell broke, and just as Elizabeth is accessing the computer to learn the demon's name, so she can maybe bargain with him, he manifested into the room and said something to the effect of, "I will fucking kill you now."
And I will just say, I am better! I'm better!
Yes.
And use my laser eyes.
Dante was sent out into the world of London, and he was given errands to run, which involved. Do you remember? Do you want to remind us, Dante, or shall I remind you?
Let me check my diligently taken notes, as
Cool.
one would say.
I imagine.
No, right.
Meaning he's just writing them down from memory.
Yeah.
I remember that my last errand has been forgiven, so to speak, and
Yeah.
I have a new one, a better one, a harder one, if you will. I have to find out more information about some Nosferatu, or at least a sample of a said Nosferatu, or at least a sample of an infected sample of a kindred, or just a human. I think he said kindred, if I recall correctly. And I was recommended to use one of my future Coterie mates, but Dante would be against that, and I think he'd rather work with people than use people to his own business.
Fair.
Right. I need to be very careful. I need to make it so that I have a pure interest and no other hidden reasons that I want to join the premiere, and I have to tow around with people that Dante does not like on a pragmatic perspective, let's say.
All right.
Other than that, he met again with Elizabeth, or at least messaged, so that's really good for him to hear. But it seems that he has his hands full for the rest of his nights, or at least until he's free.
Lovely. Yeah, more or less. That is what I have. So you are not gonna seek out the Nosferatu. Instead, you will. We'll start with Dante. We will assume that you have already fed tonight, or hunted, as it were.
All right, so I would be able to set myself to 1 hunger.
Yeah.
Thank you. And get myself my PowerPoint back that I have used.
Sure.
Yeah, he is going to just give a message to. He does have the contact numbers of everybody as per last session, if I recall correctly. And he would message everybody unless Liz has already put him in the in the group with everybody else with the people. he's gonna just leave a message on everybody, just like a normal message of saying hello and where and when could we meet. Preferably today, he would say, at this hour, at this place, something like that.
Cool.
A common ground.
I'm gonna say that this happens 10 minutes before either group enters combat. So I'll let you send one message to this friendly vampire individual who's clearly not a Winter Queen spy. So you can call him to your side, anyone, if you want to. Whether or not he'll be able to get there in time, seeing as how you're in different parts of London, is another matter entirely. Does anyone like to respond to the message of hi, hello, and when can we meet?
Izron would just send a simple K.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Lovely. We will begin with as no one replies to you, we will continue with you.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to be very busy.
Let's see what I can do for tonight.
Yeah.
I might have an idea. He is going to just try to access either a books that he has back home,
Okay.
nearby to the hospital, just to see if he has any books pertaining to the current state of affairs.
Okay, cool. Current state of affairs. I don't know, because you're not privy to any of their notes. You only know scraps. So I'm gonna say that the only thing you do know about is the storm. However, the party possesses information that you do not have. So, whatever, we'll branch it off. The storm raging over London is clearly a supernatural affair. And how exactly are you gonna? Obviously, it's the storm. You don't know about anything else. That thing that happened with the queen being burnt alive, or rather, using the 4th level power.
That would be also something like he would want to like kind of understand. Besides the storm, the things that he could have easier, one would say, roughly easier, access to, like why are people needing the sample? Why is it so important?
Okay.
How did you survive is kind of relevant and important. Maybe Dante could also replicate that in case another situation like this arises and he needs to get out of Dodge quick. But
okay. All right. Let me see, because it will be on the hospital docket as well. Let me go through some notes real quick. In that case, right. So, the Winter Queen has indicated at the very top of her docket notes that are shared with she obviously has her own directory, but this is shared with you, Colt, and maybe a bunch of others of her staff. That this is clearly some kind of Tremere play to place a snare around the Anarchs and to place them in a bad position. But she has completed a little bit of the analysis of the blood before they had to nuke it. They nuked it because it apparently became sentient and started crawling out of the test tubes, and she was afraid that it's gonna crawl into her mouth or something and infect her. which appeared to be what it was intended to do. Like, it attacked her, the blood attacked her. And like, she doesn't call it plague anywhere, but the way the blood reads, you know, anomalies, unexpected behavior, contaminants, stress reactions, stuff like that, reads like some kind of vampiric plague, which appears to be why she ordered the sanitation of the room. And now that she has you and Colt and even the prince, she has plausible deniability. You know, we have no more blood. If anything happens, it's not on us. The blood is elsewhere now. So in her mind, whatever is going to happen is probably going to happen before you get a hold of it. And the only sample is indeed held by a guy called George, who is a Tremere guy. He works as a pathologist in this hospital, but he's also a Tremere vampire, who's currently on his way, or maybe even have reached the Chantry. Another thaumaturge of the Winter Queen has written that it may have been a failed ritual, and like points out you know, how thaumaturgy directly relates to blood stuff. But he notes that no vampiric ritual exists that empowers the blood itself as an entity. It usually needs to go through something. So he's written it may be like contaminants, maybe from another type of creature, which may be a fey creature. Anyway,
Would I be able to make any sort of check to kind of access my mind's palace, or maybe access some to think, like, to make kind of, to string together an idea or a theory or a hunch of, like, okay, what could have made this, or like who would have had access to this kind of sorcery outside of the Tremere or outside of the likely suspects?
Because the blood was lost, I'm gonna set your difficulty very high. If you had a sample, or if you were invited to the Chantry to talk to whoever's studying it, then it wouldn't be such an unreasonable roll. But I'm gonna set your occult difficulty to 8, and it'll be occult intelligence.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Occult intelligence. All right. Would you say that the speciality of infernalism would apply to this role?
Ooh, that would be a massive spoiler, but no.
No. Okay. All right. All right. Let's actually blood search. Why not? Let's. It's the beginning of the night.
Hell yeah.
It's not that big of a problem. All right. Difficulty is gonna be 8, and that is it. So let's roll. Let's keep rolling. Let's see. Okay, that is difficulty by 5. Can I try to make 8? Probably not, unless I get 3.
You can try.
No, you would need to roll. You can re-roll 3 dice. You would need to roll 2 crits and
a success, or 3 crits.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Nothing ventured, nothing risked.
Like we've seen.
If you
we've seen
succeed, I
crazy
will
things.
personally give you something.
Yeah.
I think I know.
Something.
No luck.
Nope.
Only 2 more successes. So that will mean it'll be 5 out of the total 8. It is alright.
You wreck your brain with what you know already. That it's thaumaturgic in nature, definitely some kind of vampire magic. But infused by something else. And you begin racking your brain what kind of creature would be able to do this. And you go through the motions. You know, Garrow blood, that's obviously purity, Gaia stuff. That doesn't do what this is doing. Some kind of lower, you know, werewolf cast, you know, Retkin, stuff like that. Even worm corruption, that also doesn't do that stuff. Worm corruption is space, Cthulhu monsters, stuff like that. It doesn't do this stuff. And then you ponder about fey creatures and how coveted vampire blood actually is. So if some kind of fey creature acquired vampire blood and mixed it with its own, this could be exactly what we're seeing. But that doesn't explain the guy in the red mask who was defeated handily by Court. And the strange Zemichi mutations that were done to his jaw, which Court ripped out, and why the thing didn't evaporate under his grasp. Because when you rip a limb from a vampire, it usually collapses into dust over the course of a few minutes, unless it is exactly Zemichi modified. And then your brain kind of swims back to what you were asked to do by the prince and then denied by the queen. This Dr. Love guy, whoever he is, wheresoever he is, there are no Zemichi at all in London. And this might be why the queen doesn't want you to meet him. What if he's a Zemichi? What if she knows more than she's letting on? What if there is a conspiracy and she literally doesn't want you to discover it?
What if Dr. Love can help me instead rather than...
Exactly.
Hmm.
What if the Anarchs are the bad guys and the Camarilla are the good guys?
Or it's more complicated than that, as it always is. From my limited knowledge of Dr. Love, or at least the things that were told about him, what do I know of him? Or what do I truthfully know what he is or what he does?
He lives somewhere to the north, and he has a sanitarium or patients. That is all you know of him. You've only been referred to him by name and the fact that he's a doctor. He has some kind of patients. Maybe even vampiric patients, quote unquote, which is why you suspect that he might be the Zemichi. Because vampires don't get sick.
Well, unless a plague is manufactured.
Yeah.
But then again, thinking out loud, of course. Well,
you know where the battle occurred. You know where Izron and this George guy fought the two cops. You know where this happened. You know where the battle between the guy in the red mask and coat happened. It will be an adjacent alleyway. It'll probably be crawling with cops right now, as there is a crime scene there, even though that was obfuscated. So you can go there and maybe interview the cops. They do kind of have a forensics team which does exactly the work that you need done if you think you can control them in this way. But without the blood, your investigation into the blood plague, quote unquote, whatever it is, isn't gonna go anywhere.
Or if I could find a book about Fae, could give me more information upon mixing of Fae and Kindred blood.
Sure.
Might give me an insight on that. Right. Well, to calling upon this George, it might be this night, but let's see what else the night shall bring us.
All right. Whereabouts do you head?
Do I have George's contact by any means?
Yeah.
His phone number or okay. Okay. It will be a quick message to George sent. Can we meet? And he will send a very just like a random location that is not particularly descriptive of a Kindred place, just so we can meet there. We need to talk.
He replies almost instantly. He calls you back.
Okay.
And he says, I suspected the queen might send someone else, but I am rather busy. I am already in the chantry. While I could spin my Coterie, Camarilla Coterie being invited here, I don't think I can invite you here. But we are studying the blood as we speak, and we may have results momentarily. Let's meet first thing tomorrow night, so we can work tonight in peace.
One more thing, George, if you do have the few precious minutes that you possess.
Perhaps.
A book about Fae. Would you happen to have one at hand by any means?
He pauses. There's like a very long pause, and he says, "Why?"
For a boon, if you'd like, or perhaps something else might interest you.
He says, "We definitely have books on those particular creatures, but there are many different kinds. Do you know what kind of fae? There are many ancient tombs in our libraries."
From the knowledge, from the occult roll that I did, what types did my head kind of swivel around between? What kind of fae would I assume or presume that these kind of faes would do such a ritual?
Let me refer to some notes.
That is the most amazing thing that I heard tonight. Let me check my notes. I might have forgot something.
No.
No. Okay.
You got how many successes? 1, 2, 3,
5 successes out
5
of the 8.
successes. Mm-hmm. Right. So you don't know this. I've told the other players a couple of times, but I'm not gonna tell you whether or not you failed the roll, and I might give you fake information. Anyway, you already know from a lot of the notes that you've seen that it is the blood induces rage, incredible rage in mortals. You don't know what it does to vampires. Perhaps it was wise that the queen destroyed it before it could infect her, and she goes on a killing spree or something. Anyway,
Dante would reply with any fae in particular that would like to do rituals with kindred blood, the ones that induce rage, one might say. I just want to help with the research upon the sample.
George says there are hundreds, thousands different species, subspecies. I guess setters or redcaps. He says trolls, but they are more honor bound and duty bound. I guess either setters or redcaps. I can have some literature sent over, no boon required, if you do truly want to help, but I recommend that you wait for results. But if you insist, I will have a child immediately sent.
He pauses. He lets the air hang for just a few seconds, and then Dante replies with, "Very well. If the results are, you said by tomorrow, or you said tomorrow morning.
Let's
you
meet.
said.
Yeah, let's meet tomorrow first thing in the evening, and I will bring everything we have at the time. We need to work.
He'll do a perfect, excellent.
He says if there is nothing else.
Good luck on your research.
He hangs up. And you are once again left, the snow burying you alive underneath a cold blanket.
He'll be careful tonight, and he'll just head home, and he'll patiently wait for the events to develop.
Okay. Uh, as you head home, we will switch scenes to Izron.
Go.
Click. The youth in the jeans in front of you with the rust-colored hair and very broad shoulders. He's a young'un. He says something to the effect of, I've been waiting to rip the head of one of you leeches for decades now. And he cracks his neck and puts up his
You can
fists.
try.
Ellis recoils from behind you, and when she sees that there's about to be violence, she retreats and steps back into a side alleyway. She's not going to be helping you out. You are facing this creature on your own. The Ash Mother to whom you were talking, she vanished about 40 seconds ago, jumping up to a rooftop and running away. What do you want to do?
I got a little distracted with something.
Yeah.
Izron just kind of sizes this man up. You know, this little baby.
Yeah, you can take him. In human form.
I know I can take him. The manner of which, well, I don't know, I'm speaking out of my ass. Izron will just take his coat off and hang it on like the, you know, for the sake of, on something like a protruding pipe or something, you know, so he doesn't get it fucking filthy.
Alright.
And I shall activate, hold on, uno momento. I will activate lethal body,
Whoa.
which is free.
Yep. One level of armor. Whoa. He doesn't have any armor, he just has a little shirt on. He is woefully under.
Izron has a tank top on. I think they're evenly matched in that regard.
Alright. You see him, he slaps his own face a little bit, and there's a blood red color that comes upon his eyes. He doesn't quite meet the requirements to go into his final form yet. And it really depends on how you conduct yourself in this combat. Let's see. Do you wanna just fight this guy, or do you wanna tactically fight this guy and try and exploit his weaknesses?
Oh,
If you know them.
If Izron will just dance around him, he does not wish to kill him. I need to make that pretty clear.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna avoid actually battling him.
Yeah, he's just gonna tire him out, in a manner of speaking.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you're not wanting to strike him with your meaty paws.
Well, he will strike, but like,
Okay.
not to maim, hurt, kill, murder.
Right. Disable. Let's say there's a
Yeah.
huge open container about 20 meters back down the alleyway. You may not be able to, in a single bound, throw him into that container and close the lid on him. But maybe in a couple of turns, if you want to work towards that
That's
objective.
underhanded tactics, man. I don't do that shit.
Okay, cool. Alright, you just want to stand your ground against this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're gonna go in combat. He always goes before you, because he's a werewolf.
Alright.
There's not a lot of alleyway to go around you. And yeah, he bounds through the snow and he throws a punch to hit you in the face.
And Izron will try to dodge that punch.
Dodge. Alright. Dodge is defense, which is athletics plus dexterity.
Athletics, dexterity.
And He is in. He's in human form.
Roll.
So he's gonna strength bro you.
Fuck.
Alright. He doesn't have his final form yet. And he backhands you and you feel like a small train has just parked itself on your face. As you fly backwards, recoiling full face first into the snow. However, you take half superficial damage. So this is all superficial. He doesn't do aggravated damage to you yet. Let me see. He did roll 2 10s and a 6. And he rolled 2 10s and 2 6s. So he massively crit you. I'm gonna say that you damage is rounded down. So you take 1 superficial damage from that.
That means what? Like I click the health thingy once?
Once, yeah, on the leftmost side.
Yes, okay. Once. I'll give it that one. That was a good one.
He cracks his knuckles. You can see his form shimmering. He's trying to invoke whatever magic he has, but he's either doing it wrong or conditions aren't met. Do you get up or do you stay down?
Oh,
As a free
Izron
action.
gets up.
All right, you instantly fall back on your feet. Is it like inelegant the way that you rise up? Like you're a very big
Izron
fellow?
is a mountain of a man.
All right, so very slowly, very.
He just kind of rolls his shoulder
Okay.
a little.
All right,
Come
cool.
on. That what you can do, little man? Little baby?
He dashes forward, and this time he throws a kick to your stomach. Even though you're very much taller than him, he does a perfect, like, athletic split. And he's literally gonna do the exact same thing.
And
What do
I
you
would
wanna
try to grab him, like grab his foot and throw him
Okay.
down, you know?
Alright, so you would be grappling at him. Let me roll this,
Alright.
and then I will see. Oops.
You don't good, failed.
Yeah. Increases. And then I will see what the grapple is exactly, because I don't know. Grapple. Yes, please. A combatant can attempt to grapple, hold, tackle, or otherwise restrain a foe by rolling strength plus brawl. If they get more successes than their opponent, they do no damage. But instead restrain the target, preventing them from moving and engaging other opponents, though the target can still act against the grappler as normal. In the next round, the grappler may engage their foe in a contest of strength and brawl. If the grappler wins, they can choose from the following actions. Damage the foe based on their margin of successes, as in a normal attack. Bite the foe, if a vampire, for 2 aggravated damage, see bite attacks. Hold them in place. Or if the grappled combatant wins, they escape and can move freely in the next round. So let's see. It is literally an oppose roll. He has, I believe, 0 successes. 0 successes he has. Cool. You win the contest. What do you want to do? Actually, you just hold him down now.
Well, not quite.
He's
He's gonna use the momentum of that kick to basically shift his Rust's weight and throw him onto his back, and then just stand above him. It's
cool.
Like, it seems like you followed down that little man.
Alright, you instantly release him, or you keep holding onto his foot after you do this job?
I release him. I release him. Yeah.
Alright. Your massive strength, you throw him essentially like 20 centimeters down the alleyway. Your positions kind of swap as you spin him around. Oh yeah, this guy can't move. This guy can't move. Boop. And he seems to barely comprehend what's happening, and he says, oh, you're strong. All right, enough games, and he gets up. He slaps himself a couple of times, and the back of him begins to enlarge and expand. His back muscles tension so much that they rip his shirt, but he doesn't seem to quite have it yet. At the start of next turn, he does something, but you don't know what he's doing. Your move.
Careful there, you might hurt yourself.
Alright.
And Izron will just kind of, do a little funky dance to aggravate him further.
Aggravate him further, okay. Modifier, let's see. Why is it only one? It's supposed to be two. Why did it only roll one? One more, please. Alright. You hear... Yeah, he keeps smacking his face. It keeps not working out for him. If anything, he appears to be cold now that he has lost his shirt. He kind of looks a little bit shriveled. You hear voices, perhaps jabs, from the roof behind you. All of the werewolves are stood behind you, and they are watching the festivities. None of them are involved, though. They keep hushedly discussing stuff around them. Until the next youngest one says, "You got it, Rust! You got it! Focus!"
Yeah, Rust,
round...
you hear that? Everyone's watching.
Round 4, I believe. He tries to do something. You don't know what he's doing. What do you want to do?
That is a good question. Izron will just mockingly step forward, trying to, force out something.
Okay. He, his neck muscles tense. His eyes bulge out. In effort, he unleashes a mighty roar.
Oh, little doggy has claws.
And nothing happens. He kind of deflates a little bit, and you hear the cackles of his buddies. And finally, the commanding voice of the Ash Mother says, "Enough of this. Rust Eater, return to your duties. You are not yet ready to join our ranks in combat." And he's going to not obey. Turn 5. He's trying again. What do you want to do? It's a little bit embarrassing, honestly.
Little puppy is disobeying his mama. Sad. That's sad, honestly. You should stop trying. Just listen to your mother.
He's frothing at the mouth, and 2 successes, nothing. His rage keeps going down. Until finally he deflates, and he's just like, "Well, fuck this!" And he tries to punch you again in the face.
Whoa. Whoa there, champ! And Izron will try to dodge again.
Dodge. Alright. What did I say? Dexterity, athletics.
Dexterity, athletics, yes. That is dexterity. Lord heavens above, we're all good.
Yeah, 0 damage. You can let him strike you and you'll still take 0 damage, or you can completely dodge.
Oh,
Or even
Izron
do
has
something
done this a plethora of times. He will dodge and mock him further.
Alright. He's like frothing at the mouth, however, the
Too slow.
werewolf rage magic is refusing to allow him to enter his war form. He's too young. He doesn't know how to get angry, which is very sad for a werewolf and very embarrassing. The werewolves behind you are saying, you know, you're trying to pop your cherry, but it's not working. They're all giggling, they're all laughing. And finally,
Performance
the
anxiety.
yeah, yeah, performance anxiety, yeah. Yeah, and it's like, oh, you know, the female one says, oh, that's it, that's very tiny, Rust. Oh. And Ash Mother finally says, this is a farce, enough, return to your duties. We will... this particular one has done nothing to us, but I personally will remember this affront. And she kind of gracelessly falls down onto this container, walks over to Rust and kind of picks him up by the arm, and kind of throws him down the alleyway. And she says, "This is absurd." This is how the combat ends for you. He couldn't get it up. Very embarrassing. As you turn to see the other werewolves, what they are doing, everyone's gone. Like you were absolutely alone in this alleyway.
Even the Ash Mother left already?
Even the Ash Mother left. She's trying to bring him back to the...
Hey, better luck next time!
And Alice emerges from a container, and she's holding onto your rat. And she says,
Quasimodo!
We found each other?
Yes. My boy.
The rat!
Yeah.
The rat brings valuable intelligence. The place is being spirited. It doesn't understand what exactly is happening, but they're drawing on the walls. They've removed the squatters. They've cleaned the filth, and they've lit like incense and stuff. The place is being spirited, quote unquote, and they didn't hurt the rat. So even if he failed any of his checks, even if they did spot him, they didn't do anything about it.
Hell yeah. Code of honor, I'm telling you.
Boop. This guy flies out of the screen.
Well,
You and Alice are left alone in the alleyway.
seems that the place is getting some sort of... I don't know what they're doing there. They lit incense and whatnot. Izron goes to pick up his coat and put it back on, letting Quasimodo retreat into its infinite
Crevices.
darkness. Yeah.
Alice says, "But this is my ancestral home. What possible reason would they have to? What do you think they're doing?"
Well, there's only one way to find out.
They are, and she kind of looks, you know, she goes and she looks down the alleyway and she says, they're leaving.
Yeah,
Do
well,
we go inside?
lead the way.
What if they come back?
I'm sure they won't be no trouble no more.
She looks very worried, but also very curious. She gingerly approaches the house with you at her heels, and she presses the external door, which opens, and then she lays her hand on the inner door that leads into the sanctum, and a blinding light erupts from the door. Bright chains of a white colored metal erupt from the door handle snake themselves around her hand and kind of repel her backwards. She crashes into you, and the pair of you fly back. The physics aren't exactly physicking. It did a lifting motion. It should just be throwing you, downwards, on your asses. Instead, it launches you like 10 meters out into the street. You don't take any damage. You soak all of the damage. So you'd have taken 1 reduced to 0 or something. And then Alice looks at you and she's like, "What was that? That was magic."
I don't rightly know. There are people who do, but not me.
She looks down the
We should
street.
let them know.
She says, "What if they come back? Let's get out of here. Let's collect more information in return."
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We do have to kind of meet up with this guy.
Oh, what guy? And she looks at her. She doesn't have a phone. Yeah.
Oh,
No, she has a phone, but she doesn't know what to do with it.
Some like a new member of the Coterie, probably. Something like that.
He's like, "Oh, do you think he'll know?"
I don't know if he'll know, but ominous
wanna-
ought to.
I don't want to bother George. Yeah, let's ask Ominous. She
We
leads you
need
to
to go
the...
to ominous anyways. Because
Yeah.
Goddamn masked man.
Yes. She leads you to the... now an air of expertise. She leads you to the Vampire Metro.
Yay!
And
My
we're
favorite.
gonna pan the camera away from you. To Eve and Elizabeth. Let's see, how are we for 10? Cool.
We should be there. Or
Yes.
thereabout.
Yeah, and I rushed last time, but I was actually going to let you access the computer. The password
Okay.
being perfection, of course,
Yes.
and study some of its files. So, whatever daft, art house, nouveau artist title the movie had, the script is called the Naraxis script, which kind of rings in your ears.
Yeah, the what script? Because I think I want to kind of write it down.
Naraxis. In fact,
Is it with an X, right?
Naraxis. In fact, if you look at the token next to yours,
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's how I've written it down. Okay, yeah, I think I got the name.
and
Really, the idiot just picked out the movie name. Like, hey, I will do this, and then it just turned out to be a demon's name. How unlucky you can get. I mean, he deserved it, but still.
And now we're in the present time. Eve, in the catwalks above you, Eve's retainer Victor has fucked off in the night, as he couldn't keep in the scene because of stuff. And you in this guy's office, as the demon materializes before you.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I will fucking kill you." What do you do? His fire begins to crawl down his whip.
Okay, I am going to try something.
Yeah.
And it's either going to be to look absolutely amazing and work amazingly, or look absolutely amazing but do absolutely nothing.
Okay.
So, first, I want to use Blink
Okay.
to basically, under a fraction of a second, just jump over the table, get in behind him, and because my character doesn't know it, she just doesn't know if this demon is, physically there or is just like incorporated. Like, she doesn't know it, and she doesn't know a lot about demons, just like the, stereotypical stuff that one could hear. So she will actually grab the golden cross
Okay.
that she has, and just tries to either stab it into its back, or if it goes through, then just stop in the middle of his body.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything?
Right. Show me what blink does, and let me find this guy's step log real quick to see.
There you go.
Alright, one sec. Alright, give me a sec to read some stuff. Okay. Natural weapons. Yeah. Yes. These break physics. Uh-huh. Okay.
Goddamn.
Okay.
Me and my dumb ideas making Ice have 10 times the work as he normally would.
You know what? It would help if I had an actual, demon book instead of fucking Google. But there are no demons in this version that are statted.
That's the neat part. They don't exist.
The manifest or recoil. Sure. Force it to manifest or recoil. So yeah, assuming he gets no reaction. Straight line towards the target, covering any distance. Sure, we can get around him. The
I just
terrain
need
is
to
not
roll a
hazardous.
rouse check.
Yes, do roll a rouse check.
I get 1 hunger, right? Or
Yes.
no? I get 1 hunger. Okay, yeah, I have 3 hunger now. I am a hungry girl.
And then, so the cross is roughly the size of your fist, and you try to stab him through the back.
Yes.
With it. Okay. Your own spirit collides with the spirit of that creature. It is by virtue of your own, transcendent nature, being that you're a corpse, among other things. What remains of your, I guess, spiritual energy clashes with his. You expertly performed the stab. If he were a person and this were a knife, you would strike exactly as hard, surgical precision. Not even. However, your hand goes through nothing, and your entire body sinks into this gooey umbra type of thing. Around you, the world darkens. And something happens, like reality kind of warp shifts. There's a small tremor, the building melts away. And it appears that you are not stabbing him in the back, you're stabbing him in the front. He's blinked to your blink so that you are eye to eye. He looks into your eyes, and it is a contest of wills. Let's have you do willpower occult.
Oh god.
I'm going to roll in secret. I'm not going to tell you what happens, and then Eve will get her turn.
Wait. I can roll willpower check? Nice. Occult is 0, so I'm just rolling my straight up willpower.
Okay.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Wow.
Look at me go.
Interesting. Okay. Sure. I will also give him a coat, and then I roll. Then maybe.
But doesn't he get a disadvantage because he's very angry at me? Because I just basically
Technically-
did perfection.
Technically, his magic is weakened, yeah, but this is something else.
Oh, damn.
According to this thing, it kind of doesn't work that way. Alright, so, let's see. Give me this here. Wits, right? That's a quote. Yeah, he doesn't get any of this stuff. Well, you're never gonna believe this. Right, Eve, what you see is from your perch above, Elizabeth basically teleports behind this guy, but then there's a dark exhalation of matter around them, as if they're like surrounded by a black hole, like reality is collapsing in on itself. Where they used to stand. You still see their silhouettes, but you also peer into a realm which you know for a fact is beyond, more specifically the Umbra. What do you want to do?
But I inclined to help somehow.
You're slightly breaking up. Can you get closer to your mic a little bit?
Test.
Yeah,
Is it
she breaking up for anyone else?
She was. I don't know if she's breaking still up.
1 2 1 2.
Ah, good. Yeah,
Now
that's
seems
better.
to work.
Yes, please be a little bit closer to your mic.
Okay. So I was saying that Eve is not a combat type of person, but she would still be inclined to help somehow. Probably out of instinct, she would turn on unseen passage and try to get closer, but still not be seen by the enemy and kind of turn out to be a target at some point.
Okay. Unseen passage.
So I should roll a rouse check, I guess.
Yes. Roll a rouse check. I believe you're very hungry at this point, right?
Just 2.
Just 2. Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, now you are 1 more.
And I would start making my way down there. And as I walk down, I don't know how helpful that would be, but I would try to, I don't know, assess, examine the enemy, maybe kind of trying to figure out his weak spot in this combat reality. Should it be insight, probably?
It'll be definitely a cult. Because his nature. You're
Right.
not fighting his physical form, you're fighting his spiritual form. Which is what Elizabeth is trying to do very poorly, I might add.
God damn.
So it'll be occult, I want to say wits or occult intelligence, unless you. So it'll be wits if you want to, like, you're up on a catwalk above him, like 10 meters above him. If you want to jump from the catwalk and into the swirling black hole mass Rambo style, it'll be wits. If you want to walk around like a normal person, it'll be intelligence.
Well, not jumping, definitely. So trying to, like, take some time to figure out how to help Elizabeth, maybe give her some hint. So probably would try occult and intelligence then.
Sure, do that as you walk around. It'll take you a few seconds to get to where Elizabeth is at. Nope, no bestial failure. At least a success. Okay.
I will reroll. Okay.
Reroll?
So
Okay, sure.
2 dice.
2 dice. Ooh, brilliant.
And then just to let you know my intention, as I'm having my unseen passage on, I would well, if I figure out something helpful, I would try to kind of still be unseen, but maybe come next to Elizabeth and maybe whisper something in her ear that could help her make her next strike, something like that.
Okay. So, the hidden roll that I did for him, he rolled 0 successes out of 5 dice. I'm gonna put your dice together. The pair of you combined got 10 successes. So
You basically beat him down again.
accidentally, you had a MacGuffin that helped you do this. Otherwise, this would have been impossible. So here's what happens. Even though Elizabeth, you reacted instantaneously, we're kind of gonna warp time a little bit. The magical bubble you cast around you, that slowed time a little bit and gave Eve enough time to walk around. So for you, a fraction of a second passed, but Eve actually had a few seconds to ponder what is happening here. So he can come in here like a normal person and fight you guys, but he will probably lose. So instead he's gonna, basically be dragging you down to limbo, where he is strong. He can't put you in hell. He probably doesn't want to go to hell. So he's like creating this dimension thing where he's gonna fight you spiritually. And normally you would have no spiritual weapons to use against him. These require special rituals to craft. They need to be crafted on a per person basis. But normally you wouldn't have this. Like you would need, days upon days of ritual work. However, that cross that you possess, with which that woman was killed, is actually a spiritual weapon. And it is a semblance which exactly matches a desire demon, what this guy is, namely gold. Which is what Eve kind of puts together. So he's tried to make himself strong and failed. He did not know that you possessed this cross. It's not because it's a cross, it's because it's a spiritually enchanted thing. You don't actually know why it works, but you know that it is.
It doesn't matter why it works. It does.
So as Eve approaches you, Eve, you are very, very confident in entering this place. Even though you're basically traveling to another world, another dimension, your power still holds there. The rules that govern this world also translate into the other, for lack of a better word. So you arrive to the place where Elizabeth is. And Elizabeth has put this thing into where has put this cross into where the demon's heart ought to be. And you notice that the ritual still is incomplete. You must actually name the demon. By calling him by his name, that'll unlock the gate. And when you do this, you will essentially destroy him. Or if you have enough power between the pair of you, you will destroy him. He's gonna take damage.
As I approached, by any chance, could I have noticed that the computer was unlocked?
Sure.
So, given a glance at the computer screen, could I figure out that the movie title could be the name to try?
I think I would have highlighted it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know that his name is Naraxis.
Like I would have highlighted the name.
Yeah.
Well, then I would reiterate with Elizabeth that, okay, that golden thing does the thing effectively, but let's talk names now. Should finish the thing.
All right. And you name him Elizabeth.
Question, before
Yes.
I name him. It's an above-the-table question.
Sure.
Does he have the ability to just run out of my I'm already inside him. In ways that I want to be inside him, right?
Yeah.
Does he have, at this point, the ability, if I don't just, scream out the name and do it, to get out of my reach?
Can he run away from you?
That's the question. Can I negotiate, or what does my character feel like?
Right.
Can she negotiate here, or is it just get rid
Well,
of him?
if you name him, he will probably be destroyed. You and Eve are both of the mind that, the magical potence between you two is gonna evaporate him. Naming him will destroy him. So if you want to do anything other than destroy him, do something else. Don't name him.
Okay.
But then if you do that, he might
Yeah.
get wise and...
Yeah. But I'm going to do something very dumb because I like to
Okay.
do dumb things.
Okay. I live for it.
My character would look into his infernal eyes and start naming him, just stopping at the last syllable, and just ask, do you want me to finish it? Or should we talk?
Okay. Alright.
I can still use Blink. I'm going to fuck him up if he fucks with me.
Alright. You begin to name him but want to stop. Okay.
Yes.
Elizabeth, what do you want to do? We are now in round 2. His own magic is beginning to close in on you. He's gonna need a couple of turns, and then he will hurt you. Probably not kill you, but he needs a couple of turns, and he doesn't know yet. He doesn't have that time. You've already glimpsed at Elizabeth's plan in her eyes. She's wanting to seize control over this creature. She's not kept it a secret. You already know what she's trying to do. What do you want to do?
Probably whispering like, what are you doing? It's our probably one and only chance to get rid of him. Say his name, or I will.
Okay. That was turn 2. Elizabeth, you begin to speak his name, but you want to stop. However, that's not how magic works. Magic is intent. And you are essentially doing Tremere thaumaturgy without knowing what you're doing. I'm gonna ask for a check for you to stop yourself.
Okay.
It'll be something with will. Now I'll let you
Okay.
do persuasion, like something strength of character wise.
Okay, so persuasion willpower?
Persuasion willpower, and your difficulty is 4.
I don't know if I have to roll separately then,
Wow.
I believe.
Yeah, just click persuasion and then willpower.
Or just add my persuasion die to the willpower die,
Sure.
which would be another 4, so 8.
Yeah, 4 successes you need.
Okay, let's go. 2. God damn.
Do you want a willpower reroll?
Yes.
Alright, you
I do want to do that.
press your character against your own, I want to say, ineptitude. This is high order magic. You're a vampire, not a wizard.
Hey, I'm
It is-
dabbling in things, okay?
Absolutely. Only by virtue of this magical item that you somehow have, and
Aha! I get exactly
Brilliant.
4 successes. Fuck everyone. Sorry.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said that.
you begin to say his name, but then stop. And he kind of understands what's happening. And he says, he looks down at the cross thing and he says, "How did you get this?" And then he looks at you, Eve. And then he looks at you, Elizabeth. And his strategy evolves. He's going to round 3. He's going to cast a spell on you. Let me real quick see.
One clarification: has my unseen passage dissolved? Did I get it right? Because
Yeah,
think I-
yeah. Now that you're in his bubble, I guess he knows where you are. He knows that you're here. He just doesn't know where you are. He still can't target you, but he knows that you're in the scene. He's omniscient like that. For the purposes of combat, though, he still can't target you.
Mhm.
But he can talk to you because drama.
Okay.
One question. If he casts a spell, because of rapid reflexes, can my character act before it resolves?
That's exactly what I'm looking for now. How initiative will work with
Okay.
demons and vampires. Initiative. This book is very old. Okay. One second, please.
I'm still trying to make this demon into my definitely not BDSM slave.
Okay. Aha! They don't even roll initiative. They just go first. What about if... Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go to ChatGPT. Yeah. This is a very complex scenario. ChatGPT. What if... VTM Vampire and VTM... Or I guess Demon the Fallen... match speeds with magic. The demon has realm powers, and the vampire has speed magic. Who would act first? Supernatural powers. Who acts first is an automatic. It comes down to the exact abilities. Dexterity wits, yeah, we'll literally do an initiative roll. All else being equal, it's a dexterity wits. So,
I can do dexterity wits.
Yeah, let me see. It gave me another thing. If both sides are explicitly enhancing their speed with supernatural power, you're no longer in normal initiative. You're in who breaks the action economy harder. Yes, that is what I want to know. Act reflexively. Boost dexterity. They don't just get faster. They act reflexively before initiative even matters. After alter time perception. Preempt actions or already be mid-effect. So, alright. So this second thing says that his magic is more powerful than your magic. However, I don't like that. So I will say that your magic is equal.
Plus, also he's weakened by multiple effects at this point. Even if he brought us into a realm where he's supposed to be stronger.
Technically, you haven't stricken him yet because you've not named him. You're currently going through
no,
him.
Well, shouldn't it affect that his spell just broke while he was feeding?
That doesn't that affects his motivation, not his magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna say all else being equal, wits. Oh, what did I say? Wits.
Wits dexterity.
Wits dexterity. Yeah. Let's you and him have an initiative content.
Okay, I'm going to use Blood Surge on this.
Sure. Where do I have his? It's initiative. He doesn't have Blood Surge. I guess I'll give him a plus.
How many is that? 4 successes.
4 successes. I don't need to be rolling privately anymore. Dexterity, wits. Confirm, and I'm gonna give him +1. And he has 6 dice.
He ain't doing it, man. He ain't doing it.
Alright. Let's try this again. He begins to say and wave his hand. He says, well, how can you speak my name if you have no mouth? And you begin to feel your magic constricting your face. He's gonna get rid of your mouth. He can do this here. However, you are still faster. What do you want to do in turn 3?
Well, I basically will just shout out his name before the spell takes effect.
Alright, you want to kill him. Okay. What about
I mean,
you?
he's fucking around, man.
What about you, Eve? It'll probably happen after Elizabeth, because they are measuring themselves with their magic. What do you want to do?
Well, I think it happens very fast, and once I hear Elizabeth calling his name out, I don't know, not much left for me to do, I think, except for observing.
Okay.
But since you said that this vampire magic shit is mainly of intent, right?
Okay. Sure.
I don't know if it will work, but my character's not a smart one. She has 2 intelligence, right? Like, she doesn't know this. So the intent isn't actually to like completely destroy him. It's like submission, like hurt him so much that he cannot, like, literally cannot do anything else.
All right. I think I've given you 1 hint, so I'm not going to give you any more hints. Instead, I'm just going to ask what it is that you say other than his name. Obviously, his name is Neuraxis. What do you say other than his name? What exactly do you say?
But at that point, the character would say that I've given you a warning earlier.
Okay.
And that's it. Like I've
Without saying
warned
his
him,
name.
and now I'm going to just do it. I
Okay.
don't know what I'm doing. Like that's the thing.
All right. Without saying his name. You just say, I've
But I'm
given you
saying
a
his
warning.
name. I'm saying his name.
I've given you a warning, come on our access.
Yes.
Okay, cool. He explodes.
Damn.
When you say his name,
I don't
the-
get my BDSM slave.
the artifact in your hand glows. That was the gold one, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say
Because the other one was the silver one, I believe. The silver ring.
this one represents. Hold on. Sun. It's gonna fuck you up. Gold. Yeah. Sun on Sunday. Identity, ego, authority. The body correspondence. Obviously, we know what this one is already. As you name him, the thing begins to glow, and then he waves his arm, and you no longer have a mouth, which does nothing. Oh, obviously you can't speak anymore, but the artifact glows within his chest cavity with you holding it there, and then amazingly, the form of a heart, like an anatomical heart, begins to glow with, and then pulse with the radiance of the energy. Meanwhile, you feel like your hand has been dipped in molten metal, as this is the correspondence of the sun. And well, you don't like the sun because you're a vampire.
I don't tend to like it. Yes.
Yeah. And then he looks down and he's like super surprised and he's like, I don't have a heart. And then he explodes. The back of the building explodes.
Yeah.
And both of you get 2 aggravated damage because you have been exposed to sunlight for maybe half a second. And the golden artifact melts and dissolves completely. But the back of this building explodes. And
A lot of people die.
office explodes. Maybe a couple of people die. The office explodes. You guys are fucking... Your skin is falling apart. It's good that Victor isn't here. He probably would have exploded as well. It is literally a bomb going off. And after about 3 seconds, the dust settles. And yeah, in the very far distance... yeah, there's been an explosion. In the very far distance, you can hear the incoming police sirens.
By the way, I'm already at half HP because I have
Yeah.
4 hit points.
Yeah. Nothing, with no ceremony, that chapter has been completed. He is gone. You have defeated him. You killed 2 stunt guys. The unfortunate director has had a heart attack. And I believe the star...
Yeah, the Stardust has
her-
also died.
Yeah, her you set her up. You set her murder up to look like an unfortunate occurrence.
Yeah, but then a bomb blew up. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now there's more stuff. Obviously, you guys are vampires. You don't leave any forensic evidence. Yeah, the sirens are coming. What do you guys do when you awaken from the concussion, which you don't have because you're vampires?
yeah, Elizabeth would look at Eve and just like, I think we need to go.
Definitely. And I think we're heading to Victor's car because he left on foot.
Brilliant. Good that you remembered this.
I hope Eve would have a copy of keys.
Sure.
So we would hop in and drive away as quickly as possible.
Brilliant. You have enough time to go. As you drive away, we can, the camera kind of looks at your car driving down the frozen street. 3 dark silhouettes watch you as you leave, and like a demonic rumbling of a voice says, Well, that's how Narax is gone. Another voice says, these appear to be interesting. I will establish contact. Yes. And that is how that scene ends. As you guys drive away.
So now my title at this point in time is Demon Killer.
Sure. Demon Killer.
As we're driving away,
Yeah.
because we are both injured and we both used blush three sessions ago, so we probably have some type of blood coming out of us, and we probably need some type of medical attention.
Yeah.
And now that I've remembered that I have a relatively close friend who actually works at an emergency hospital, and since Eve said that she's not really trained in that specific type of medicine, I will shoot out a message with the address of my coterie that I will be needing. I'm going to be a little over dramatic and just say I will be needing immediate medical attention.
Yeah, but you don't.
Please.
You don't get
Like
healed
Ash.
in this way. You get healed by.
I know.
Yeah. So you're luring this guy
Just
to
touch
drink
my
from
head
him.
up enough that it doesn't look like I receive, like I don't have my, skin falling off of my face.
Okay.
If you can do that, that's enough.
I believe you are referring to your touchstone, right?
No, I'm referring to Dante.
Oh, right, Dante. Right. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. You're a vampire. You don't need medical attention. You need blood, is what you need. So this will confuse him, but okay.
It don't matter. It don't matter, baby girl. Just sign the contract.
Sign the contract. All right, you receive this. You receive the following message, Dante, and the address.
He was like lost in thought, and like he was like sitting on the couch, just like kind of zoning off, just like kind of going to his mind's palace, and then he receives like a you got a message, and like he kind of like oh, he is so slightly startled, and he checks his phone and he looks at the message and he's slightly confused for a half a second, but then he realizes I should just bring some blood bags, and he proceeds to probably maybe he has a specialized fridge if he's maybe.
Sure.
If not he will be he has the influence, perhaps he has the herd, so he could just get a fresh supply.
Yeah,
But-
I'm gonna say that you can get it from the herd. You definitely don't have any blood in the fridge,
yes, I'll
because that's a game mechanic.
I'll handle that later then.
Yeah, but if you
Right.
have a herd, then yes, you have as many blood bags as you.
All right, I'll bring like
Is your
4
herd.
blood bags. I don't want to bring too much.
Sure. We're gonna fast forward. Izron, it is getting late, so unless you wanna bring it, maybe Ominous is not even gonna see you tonight, because it is getting very close to sunrise. Like he usually wouldn't accept anyone after 5.
Yeah, no,
So-
he's gonna. He's
Tactless,
not
it'll
gonna, disrespect his fucking Nosferatu homie,
Okay.
and he's just gonna head to the Coterie Haven.
Okay. Yeah, fast forward a couple of hours. Everyone arrives pretty much at the same time. Elizabeth and Eve, you had a flat tire. Everyone arrives at the same time. And we're going to take a 5-minute break. I did see your message as well. Let me see. F10, right?
Honestly, I'm just so used to calling it bashing, lethal, and aggravated. I'm like, what?
Yeah, bashing.
Super what now?
So,
Sorry, I'm a little
Yeah.
old-fashioned. My apologies.
yeah, the fact of the matter is that I don't know the rules. I
No,
never
like-
bothered to sit down and learn the rules of this
Nah,
game.
nah, completely fine. Like I call it bashing, lethal, and
Yeah.
aggravate, not superficial. Wait,
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not superficial. It's called something else.
Yeah, it's
Aggravated is
official.
aggravated.
Is
Yeah,
I can understand it because it's like a cut or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is everyone ready to continue?
Yes.
Yes. Hello, YouTube.
Mhm.
We have returned.
No.
For YouTube, no time has passed. Fast forward a few hours, and everyone is in the everyone is in the common room. Even Victor returns from wherever he is. He appears to have lost his shoes. He looks very disheveled. Eve knows exactly what's wrong with him,
Small thing. As I was,
but he's alive.
getting out of the car and going in, I want to try something.
Sure.
Since I was dragged into limbo,
Mhm.
and I already know that the weather is kind of weirdy,
Mhm.
can I make like a type of check or like feel anything similar in this
Mhm.
weather, or like how the sky looks, to what it felt like being in limbo?
Roll occult, and that's a nice catch, Andrew, who alerted me that the music is the combat music and should be something else.
Just straight up occult, or does it?
Occult, you can roll intelligence. Everyone can roll occult intelligence or occult wits to
Oh, wits,
determine.
okay. I'm just gonna roll straight wits because I have nothing in occult.
Okay. And music.
Oh, nice.
Hey, that's
This
three
one-
successes from 3 dices. Yay!
Ooh, let's try this one. I don't know if we've done understated.
Ooh, Eve is good.
Occult plus intelligence. You said we can all roll.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Once
link-
again asking about the infernalism specialty if it applies here. If it might.
Spoilers, no.
No. Okay. I'll always ask, and I'll always be happy to be
Yeah.
denied.
Wait, why did
I'm
you
not
only roll
in this
2?
one.
Oh,
All right.
nice! 2 successes, 2 intelligence.
All right.
So many
The
successes.
brain were
across the board.
braining.
Let's see it. Big money, no whammies. Oh, that is kind of. Oh, it's a possible bishop failure.
Yeah. Only if you
All
fail.
Alright.
Do we get to play around with that?
I mean, I can willpower reroll something.
No,
I
you don't
can
need to.
always-
We already have a 5 success one.
It's occult related. I might want to. I'm trying to be the knowledge guy. Maybe. Do you say it's a fail? Let's cover that first, I guess.
I'm pretty sure I don't get to tell you if it's a fail or a success, and I get to be super cheesy and be like, you learn what you learn, whether or not it's the truth or not.
Roger that. Let's.
He's trying to be smooth.
Let's try to do 2 rerolls.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. That is
4 successes then.
yeah, 4 successes.
Alright, we'll do everyone else, and we'll do Dante in a sec. Because the conversation in the car with Eve and Elizabeth is this the same? Is the experience in being in infernal limbo the same as the magic which powers this storm? And you kind of have a grand old conversation, and you arrive at least for the time being that no, this is not infernal related in any way. If there are more demons in London doing stuff, they may not even be related to this one. And they don't do conspiracies. They don't rule. They don't they're usually very tightly specialized, and they either feed or they just gather power. A big old city expanding storm would be a little bit too flashy for any demon or vampire. So it's either more complex than that, and infernal magic doesn't apply to it in any way, or it's more complex than that, and infernal magic may apply to it in some distant way, but the experience that you had with the Desire Demon and the way he does battle, quote unquote, because this was a fight for him, it's not the same as this storm. The way you feel it now that you've been made aware that it's magic, it's sort of at the edge of your senses. This is for everyone, and you also Izron. That was to determine, based on. So the first thing that happens when you go into the house is you all share, and now everyone knows everything. I'll still let you roleplay it out. Oh, I never showed you. He never transformed. Never mind. Dante, however, you study the storm separately as you do this before you knew about the Inferno stuff. And you got
5 successes.
5 successes.
4,
No?
with my apologies. No,
Yeah,
I think I rolled. Yeah, I received
Yeah,
1, and then
4.
right, from 3 successes it became 4 because I couldn't re-roll 1 dice. Apparently, I could have rolled another one, but the game didn't. The UI
Because
didn't
it was a
tell me.
hunger die.
No, there's 1, 2, 3. There's a third one that didn't, but I might have picked it, and I just picked it. Anyways, it's 4.
The storm, its nature, it's circular. It behaves like a hurricane. Its center is in One Canada Plaza in London. That is where the eye of the storm is. Because this is not a hurricane, the eye of the storm is not the size of a small country. It's something tinier. It is right above it. Now that you think about the storm in this way, you see that it's spiraling over London. It's not a, and this is where it is. Oh, this guy can change maps. I really should give this guy GM. Wait. It's right here.
Interesting. Can we make a note of it, DM, on the map?
Yeah, you can draw.
Oh, I would like to write instead.
Yeah, you can also write.
Can I do this? There we go. And I will shout. I need to make the same font, but give me this note.
Double click.
Right, make it slightly bigger. If I can type correctly. There we go. Perfect. And now let's modify the font, just so if the game allows me. I forget what that setting is from.
Yeah, you double click it, and then you click edit or something, and then you need to teach yourself how to do it.
Yes, I just need to know what the font is.
Oh, what the font is, you say?
Yeah.
The font is
This one?
Omendra.
Uh-huh.
And the color is this color
Omendra with an O?
with an A. Omendra.
I see it now.
I don't know why I'm
Right.
why I'm typing as George. I shouldn't be typing as George.
Maybe you want to.
Maybe you are secretly George.
I just need to type it out. There we go. Wow. The S and the T thing. Wow, okay. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, it shouldn't have that outline though. Let me see.
Yeah, you gotta make the outline transparent. Thickness 0.
Should be good now.
Line with 0.
Very nice.
Cool. It is, yeah, so the storm, yeah, this is where it spins around. Whether or not that's important, it is clearly of a magical nature, and it is meant to obscure and cripple. Obviously, the people that are most affected by this are the kind. And then rolling blackouts. This is the second day now that you have consistently and for longer seen lights go out. So the kind infrastructure is being affected by this. Power outages, streets blocked. That's why there were no ambulances in the thing. All ambulances are out on calls. All cop cars are out on stuff. Like the kind are being overloaded.
I'm assuming we have a map wherever we are, whether it's in the car or whether it's where we are going. Assumingly, of course, to the to somebody's haven. Dante's just gonna make a note of it
Okay.
for everybody in the car, just as something important that we can check out.
Yep.
Maybe tomorrow, whenever.
And fast forward to where everyone's in the living room. Even Victor, even George comes home.
Okay.
And he says, good evening. Yes, you are. Yes, we spoke on the phone. Hello. You are Dante. I have been informed by the Winter Queen.
Good to make a pleasure face to face, George.
And he sits down. He kind of cringes away from the fire. And he says, how's every little thing?
Well, it's going well. I say it with like, skin falling off of my face.
Yeah, that's what he was referring to, yeah. He gives you a weird look.
We just killed a demon.
He's like, ooh, this is your first demon kill. Yes. Tremere, it's a rite of passage in the Tremere clan. How did you find the slaying of a demon? Did you try to enslave it? Everyone tries to enslave it.
Obviously, I needed myself a slave, but maybe the
it's
next one.
It's good that you've managed to. Right, yeah, he's not here. And
Thank you.
Oh,
yes.
He says, I begin to think that the storm and the blood plague are not related. However, I'm still waiting on results. Hopefully they'll be done by tomorrow. Actually, all of the hematology labs are overloaded. There appears to be a lot of blood mutation related cases. And we begin to think that Thomas Reid wasn't patient 0. Or if he was patient 0, this is something more virulent than that. Anyway, Martha the Primogen suspects that tomorrow, when she briefs the prince, there will be feeding, I want to say statutes, where if it is indeed contagious, he's probably not going to want to start a panic, but it is just the Primogens which he will inform. Because if you drink corrupted blood, obviously you become corrupted yourself, your blood becomes corrupted. So you'll probably want to restrict feeding in some way, but probably not immediately. Anyway, this is happening very fast. But I begin to suspect that they're not related, which is insane.
Well, me and Eve talked, and based off of her knowledge and our feelings, we can also safely say that the weather, or like this storm, and the demon wasn't very connected either.
He says, "You tell me about the demon later. Tell me about the murder victims, because if you don't already know, the chief of the police, he's my friend. From before I was this, I was a policeman before I was this.
Oh yeah. You told me that. I remember you telling me to talk to him.
He messaged me independently about the murders, but I have too much on my plate.
We can safely say that they were ritualistic killings, and that's when she pulls out the little object that she used to blow up the demon, and say that they even left this thing there that was apparently able to help me kill the demon. I don't know if it was in any shape, way, or form connected or not.
He says, that's very interesting, is what he says, and then he rolls dice. Difficulty 0. He's not a little buff. He's an NPC now. Okay. He says, oh, that's very interesting. In order to harm a desired demon, you need a spiritual weapon of some description. I'm surprised that you survived. This is maybe the one thing in London that can fight that exact demon. And also, I'm super surprised that you immediately knew how to use it. I guess it's part of your occult upbringing. Now that you are both a person and a creature, I guess.
Well, I didn't really know. You should look at like she points at Eve. She told me that I need the name and like do things with it.
He says he smiles at you and he says, "Well, I'm happy to see at least that we have one more occultist in the house."
The libraries have help.
He says you should visit me in the chantry sometimes. We have ancient tombs and our primogen is very generous. I can't let you into the inner sanctum, but I can provide whichever you may need for further study and research.
That's a generous offer. We'll take advantage of it.
He says, what are your observations then on the ritual murders? Have you been able to find anything that ties the victims? How many victims are there?
Well, there were 3 victims, and as I speak, I would also describe the 3 signs that we discovered on all 3. So we already knew about the sun and the crescent moon, I guess, and the third one we discovered later. I think after. If I remember correctly, after examining the files more thoroughly. So there was this very strange sign, like a cross, and cross with a small tip on the top. Well, I would draw it, I think, to show.
Okay. You actually have a picture of it in the files. Chastain.
Oh, I still have it, do I?
You have Chastain's files, right?
Oh, great. I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Then I will like brief George through the details in the files and mention those signs as well. Maybe George, maybe maybe these signs could somehow narrow the theories we can make about these rituals.
He says these are very clearly planetary. This is Saturn. The first one is Saturn. And it's strange that they're in this particular progression. Obviously, the second one, the golden cross above the heart. Or actually, was that the third one?
The third one was the crescent moon.
Yes, the third one was the crescent moon. The second one was the golden cross and the sun, he says. And the first one is Saturn. So the progression that goes like this is in terms of planetary power. Saturn is, they increase in occult significance. They are the most significant for occult study. Saturn is obviously the one that is being studied the most, not because it's bigger than the sun, but because the sun was very obvious to ancient observers when occult significance was first discovered. Saturn was always a subject of mysticism, and of course, the crescent moon represents the moon. So this is their progression. Saturn is the most interesting one, then the sun, then the moon. But in occultism, there are 7 planets. And he...
Does it mean that there should have been 4 more victims, but the murderer was stopped?
Interrupted?
And thus the ritual is kind of not completed if it's supposed to be a sequence of specific planetary bodies?
He ponders, and he says, there are only 3 killings, right?
So far.
And then your phone rings, Eve. And it is an unknown number. right at this moment? What do? Do you hang up or do you excuse yourself to pick up? A gruff policeman's voice says, Chastain, I got your phone from the medical professionals directory in London that we have in London. Specifically for psychologists. I hope you don't mind. There's a fourth. I'm gonna text you some stuff.
Well, send in the details.
He says either later tonight or earliest tomorrow morning. Can you meet tomorrow in the afternoon? You and your friend.
I think we should visit, of course.
Not only is there a fourth, I believe there may be a fifth. I need you, Doc.
All right. So.
He says,
No, sure, no.
I'll text you the deets, and he hangs up.
Oh, would he just like have it on speaker, or would she just be talking on her on by her own?
I think on my own, but I would immediately let the group know that, well, not 3, 4, probably 5 victims already. We can get more details tomorrow at the police department. We can go visit with Elizabeth like we did last time.
And we can.
Elizabeth would look at Dante and would say, I think we should bring him because he knows more about dead bodies than both of us.
I can do some general forensics. Yeah, I can do.
Well, that would be helpful.
Maybe Izron should maybe hang around in the area if you need some muscle as well, as she looks at the guy with the big hands.
I think we can figure that.
Hey, that's very assuming of you.
But you know what?
Hey, sometimes we need to grab things, and you have big hands. You can grab things.
You know what big hands means?
Small penis.
Hey.
No, big guns.
You know what bothers me? I think we had the suspect. What his name was again? So he could not be committing those crimes anymore. So that means we took the false trail. Unfortunately.
Do you remember how he looked like? Any description at all?
He's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he escaped, as in you didn't catch him, as in okay. I assumed that he got away. No, never mind.
Actually, now that we have someone who knows more about dead bodies than we do, she would grab the case files and present the pictures to Dante. And could you tell, based off of the way the killings are done, if they were done by the same person or different people?
Let me send you something. I'll put it in Discord chat. This is all of the information
he has
that you glimpse.
The investigation notes are also in at the journal in Foundry. I think he can also read it there.
Oh yeah, I remember putting him there.
Yeah, you put it there for us.
He as you hand Dante the letters, he looks around for like a empty what do you call it?
Room.
Not an empty room, an empty wall that he can or an empty board that he can just kind of like pinpoint and like kind of put notes, one note there, one note here, this note kind of connects here, that note connects there.
There should be a couple of tables around, so you can use one of them.
She's trying to like looking at the forensics. She's just trying to look at the cuts, if there were cuts or like bruises.
They are all in the notes. If you look in the journal or what Ice is now sending into the chat. They have
basically that's what I'm saying. Like
killings.
He's looking at the details of the information that we have. He's trying to mix and match if there are cross-referencing possible for each murder to see if the date of birth matches, the way he like murdered his victims might mean something, just via looking at the Would
If the date of birth matches maybe the planets that they are assigned
yeah,
to in like
yeah,
fucking
maybe their horoscope.
astrology shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And before the
Look at
fucking
these.
bow of the owl is at the same time as the conjunction of the spheres, and we're just fucked.
Oh god.
Oh god.
The conjunction of the spheres. Do you know when that is? That has been referenced multiple times.
No, we
Uh,
don't.
Did anyone study this?
Nope. And I remember that.
Would that be an occult thing, or would that not be an occult thing? That
The vaunted conjunction of the spheres. It means that all 9 or 8 celestial bodies align in a row. It is very significant astrologically. You're vampires, you do thaumaturgy. You're not really occultists. Except maybe the Tremere and their rituals. But those are thaumaturgical, not spiritual. It may be significant in terms of planet. Like, someone definitely has magic that'll use this. Maybe not you, though.
I'll be sure to ask Ominous, along with the 500 other questions I have for that man. I'm sure he'll be delighted to answer them.
I would also bring up the details about that other guy that we checked in the police department, the mage.
The mage one.
Aha, Connor.
Yeah. Right. So I would bring in all the details, but at this point, I'm not sure whether this information is helpful at all. Just an additional context, additional observation that this happened.
Well, if he was a mage and magic is like connected to the planets up in the sky, could it have been that he got those visions because the conjunction is coming? Or because the weather affects kind so much that like those who are receptive to magic just get affected even more?
What are you asking? Is Connor's magical awakening related to the storm? Or related to the conjunction?
Yes.
Or just a coincidence?
Yes, that's basically the question. And if
there's
anyone
a
has
pattern
the
there.
occult knowledge to maybe have that, well, good luck, because I have 2 intelligence with my big-handed friend there, and I don't think we can even figure it out if we want to.
Yep.
Trust me, I just figured it out. I said over
Wait,
there
if we put
behind
our
this
intelligence together, we have 4.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's how it works, yeah.
Yeah.
For us, it does.
George says it is it's not unheard of that human mages, their magic awakens when there are significant occult events like that. However, human mages, we should stay away from them because they have planet-shattering magic and they don't really like us. So if this entire storm thing, if you can prove that this entire storm thing is just mage machinations, you should just let us know so we can hide. Like, if you think werewolves are scary, these guys are 7 times scarier.
On the topic of that, the werewolves have not been sleeping around either.
He says, fuck. Well,
So it seems that
their spiritual energy would in fact be related to a conjunction of the spheres. So, fuck. What do you know?
Well, I scuffled a werewolf today, by the way.
Scuffled? How did you
Yeah.
scuffle? What a scuffle. Are you dead? Did he kill you? Again?
I am not dead. He was a young'un. He couldn't pop his cherry, the poor
Oh,
thing.
he
was
couldn't
funny
get it
as hell.
out.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Haha.
How did you meet him?
Well, that's another thing. We were just with Alice. She wanted some help with her house and whatnot, and we just kind of went there with, like the have you seen the big ass casino, by the way, over the river? It's fucking huge. No, I didn't notice it before.
Yeah,
Vampires
Monty.
control that. Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking playing cards. Yeah, those guys are a riot.
Yeah. Well, one of them is dead.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he got torn apart by like this big werewolf lady. Not my fault. Okay.
Oh, makes sense. Yeah, I guess if when Ominous learns, he's gonna be knocking on our door anyway.
Well,
If you were there, he's gonna want to know what happened.
the point I am trying to make is that the werewolves are moving into London, and this was not the first. And the werewolf lady, she's a nice lady. I spoke to her before she tried to rip me apart. Well, they're moving in, and she told me that we should hide. We should just like ignore it, stock up on blood bags, and just blast it out or something.
Hide
Something
from
along
what?
those lines.
We own London. What are we hiding from? Them?
Well, not them. They didn't seem like they were there to, piss all over our territory. No. They were just doing something to a house. They lit incense and stuff. It was wild stuff, that.
They lit incense in
Yeah,
Alice's
kicked a
old
bunch
house.
of fucking... Yeah, they kicked a bunch of old, like, fucking... What do you call them?
Squatters.
Squatters out, and then when Alice went to touch this, whatchamacallit, the door handle, we got fucking light chains wrapped around her, and it knocked us back into the street. It was wild this day.
George blinks his eyes and he says, "You got blasted by werewolf spiritual energy because you're worm corruption. Of course." That's very troubling. When Ominous is done with you, you and Alice should come to the Chantry. I'm sure Martha will want to speak to you as well. If they are indeed not only moving in on London, but actually using rituals and werewolf magic, that's war. That's very bad that they're doing this. Because London is ours.
London may be ours, but it sure didn't matter to them.
That's very bad. If they keep doing that, it'll be war. And he looks out the window at the storm and he says, and that's, with all of the shit that's going on, that's the least we wanted. I hope they're not that unwise.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember how me and Alice went to hunt a werewolf?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess they share the same fucking like doghouse or something. But that one lady we met, she knew the other lady that we didn't kill.
That's interesting. They're probably from the same pack or adjacent packs. I know nothing about werewolves, George says.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Ominous this.
Ominous will not know anything about werewolves either. You need to ask the Gangro, but if you didn't do what they asked you to do, they will probably be pissed off and not want to talk to you. And your next best thing is, once again, Martha the Primogen.
We never... It wasn't like they wanted us to do it, they just gave us a choice and we chose. It was nothing...
You're old enough to know that when they give you a choice and you don't side with them, that makes them very bitter. Like, you've been a vampire for long enough to know that we're very petty creatures, Izron. I'm surprised you're so naive.
Well, I'll go speak to Norad as well, I guess.
I'm pretty sure you're wasting your time. She won't wanna talk to you, or she'll brush you off. But
Oh, she likes me.
Anyway, the sky is getting pink, and my face is already your face is already falling apart, like all of you. Alice as well. So we should retire.
Before we do,
yeah,
Elizabeth would look at Dante and did you bring any blood for us?
Yes, of course. And he, out of his like a kind of like a duffel bag, we'll also with a duffel bag, cause we'll keep it down low. And he unzips. Oh, I can make a sound. Hold on. I can make the sound.
Oh yeah.
There we go. And he unfolds the duffel bag, and you see 4 blood packs that you can grab for yourselves if you like. I am seeing that they are a little worse for wear, so to speak.
So if we drink that blood, can we take off a hunger for it?
Yes, you can feed on that blood. As for healing
Okay.
aggravated damage, let me
It won't,
figure.
but
Right.
I don't have to have 3 hunger die then.
Yeah, you can
Like
slake
3
up to
hunger.
1.
Yeah. To 1. And also
Mm.
Eve as well, because he brought for both of us.
4
to do so.
bags he brought,
Yeah.
so you may.
So Eve can go back to 1 hunger as well.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot feed off of blood, so
Nope.
let's help
No,
yourself.
you can only feed off of liver.
Yeah.
You're
That's
liver
not-
king, you're literally liver king.
Oh yeah.
And before Izron starts his own podcast,
And you try to sell fucking liver capsules.
my courses they go for about 500 quid if you would like to join.
Oh yeah.
And as she's feeding, she would ask Dante, because since they've been talking, she would know that he has some interest in the infernal parts of the occult, even though she mostly didn't understand a word of it, but one has to hear out the nerd who talks too much. She would ask, what are the chances that a random director who's not really a nice guy, but a big asshole, would name his movie the exact name of a demon and summoning a near-perfect demon to feed on them? Or could it have been that he was manipulated in a way?
Do I need to make a roll for that, Ice, or would a roll not be needed?
Sure. This is all demon lore, so for the first time your stuff applies. Your specialization.
Yay!
Excellent.
So intelligence, occult, plus the specialization.
Yeah.
Right. I shall. Yeah, why not? Let's blood surge. Alright. Let's do a confirm. Yep. What would the difficulty be?
Let's say. Sorry. What's the question? I'm reading something else.
The question was if it was possible, because it seems too far-fetched that just a random director gets the demon's name as a movie title. Could it have been that he was manipulated by some other demon, maybe, to summon this one?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Did any creature help the director get entangled with this demon, or is it all just
Because it didn't
demon
seem like that
artifice?
the director itself knew about it.
Ooh, brilliant! Wow,
7. Nice.
Right.
Let's go.
Right. Naraxis is clearly, or was clearly, a desire demon. So that is literally his job. He tempts people with desire, and he usually feeds on something. That is all of the things that they do. They can feed on their desired thing for eons and just be happy. That is what they do. Demon society notwithstanding, he could be a maverick, so he could be like escaped from hell. He could be positioned here by a more powerful demon. The deeper circles of hell, maybe Satan, stuff like that, sent him or something. Notwithstanding, we don't really know why, but it's totally in character for a demon to straight up approach a mortal like that. He's usually invisible. He's there all the time. He gets into people's heads. He sees what they're thinking, and it's very possible that he just identified this guy. He took a chance on him, and it kind of matches this guy's timeline. Until a couple of years ago, he was a loser. As we have determined, a lot of drugs, a lot of roofing people and stuff. And then he started getting more successful, and then more successful, and then he made all that money, which got exploded. And then it kind of makes sense. So,
But does it make sense to name the movie after the demon?
The script, the name of the movie is something else. The name of the script was Naraxis. Yeah. That is exact. In order to do business with the demon, you need to know the demon's name. So it's very possible that Naraxis gave him the name, but he didn't tell him that it's the name. It's very possible that he was entirely manipulated by Naraxis. That is what they do. That is their job. he just thought it was a weird word, or maybe he thought he was writing down Nirvana or something, but he actually wrote Neuraxis. They do this all the time. This subtle magic in manipulation. They do this all the time. So it's more likely that the demon himself, from top to bottom, orchestrated this. But if there was a third party or another different kind of demon that's just pimping out these mortals for some reason, that's also possible. Although not likely. Like 75%, this is all this one guy's job. And
As you mentioned, as everybody mentioned something that that Dante kind of lights up a light bulb in his mind. Dante will ask, did you check the crime scene for sigils, symbols, or anything like that that were hidden by supernatural means on the premises? To check for sigils or anything of the like?
Well, I wouldn't have been able to do, because I don't know. I don't know if Eve saw anything like that.
Don't think so.
slow it down. So.
But Dante was just wondering, like, if the presence of the desired demon would linger as to leave imprints on things or people, whether they were interacted with or have been around.
Yes.
That demon.
Yeah, his aura would still linger, his essence. If
So
anyone,
his essence is on my hand.
it'll be tied to the place.
Oh damn!
To
But
the
I was
place.
inside him. I impregnated him with a
Hey, with the golden cross. Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
Why
Excuse
are
me, I
we impregnating demons
just,
now, please?
yeah.
The
Took me out for-
imagery. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are all adults here.
Right.
It's not a funny word.
Was this the first time that you've encountered demons, or this kind of demon?
I didn't even know what it was. It was Eve who figured it out that it was a demon. I'm not in that sort of stuff, you know.
He turns around to Eve. Have you seen demons around before?
Not that I can remember of. It's been quieter, much quieter.
Noted. We might have a demon that might influence some things around Kindred society. This is just a hunch. Do not take my words for granted.
Oh no, Neuraxis was destroyed, but other demons.
He said another. Other demon might
Right.
might be influencing. We'll have to check other premises. Perhaps well, I don't want to assume anything. That is a dangerous thing to do. Looking at my board and what I've made on the
Mhm.
cases at the moment, as we've like kind of had enough time to kind of get myself acquainted with it, what sticks out or what stands out from just looking at this? Is there like a puzzle is there a jigsaw puzzle that fits for this, or
Oh yeah, about like the birthdays with like planets and shit, because we didn't make a roll for it.
Nope.
yeah, we didn't make a roll.
You don't get a roll for it.
Okay.
Let me see. Why wouldn't you get a roll for it? All right, let me look at the other ones. Hold on. Give me 1 minute, because I need to update these.
And while the ancient god who's only talking to us in our heads is away, doesn't it look weird that the first two kill seems kind of on the spur, but the third one has like medically trained damage on it?
What if it's just random people getting possessed to do these with varying sets of skills? Question mark.
That's exactly my thought. Our two brain cells became 4 and just formed a thought.
Science, baby.
Science, bitch. And we have 3 scientists with us. Yay.
Yeah.
They can science the hell out of it.
You science man, go do science stuff.
Okay, I can.
I will look cool, and Izron will have the cat and Quasimodo.
We all know Quasimodo is the mastermind behind all of this.
True.
Okay.
He's the real killer in Persona 4.
He's Palpatine. He's the real emperor.
Oh god. Okay, I need to look at the investigation. Just give out. I'm gonna put a GIF, and I just assume that Dante is doing this at the moment. Hold on, let me.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I found it. Perfect. It all makes sense. Alright.
He is getting a heat stroke from the rising sun as well.
I'm looking at so many numbers. What do the numbers mean, Mason? Alright.
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
Okay, so apparently, from what I'm seeing here, that in for every like victim, we have a associating symbol, but for the second victim, we don't have a given symbol, or I guess planet, for that matter, from what I'm looking at.
We do. It was the sun.
Oh, it's not here. My apologies. So I assume that it
Yeah.
wasn't.
I
Alright,
think
so we...
what's missing is the object, because the second and the third were the golden cross and the silver ring, but I'm not sure we have discovered the object for the first victim.
George says, "What was the murder weapon on the first victim? Do you have that?"
I think it was a metal pipe.
A metal pipe.
plumbing
in-
pipe. Plumbing pipe.
What are those made
What do you
of?
put? Metal, steel, right?
No,
I
no.
don't.
Steel is too expensive. What's an old London plumbing pipe made out of?
Lead.
He says,
Iron?
No.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go. Lead, gold, silver, Saturn, sun, moon. What are their dates of birth?
January, August, and July.
so a sun, a moon, and a.
Well, Sagittarius. August is. What the fuck is August? Leo?
Depends. Wait, 3rd of August, yeah, that's still Leo, and July is still Leo.
Is it?
Yes.
Because the 20. Oh yeah, yeah.
I am born in
you-
July, I would
But-
know.
Me too, but I'm crab. Because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
22nd.
You're a cat. Oh no.
Oh, then the crab. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's right. So August should be crab.
No. August should
Cancer.
not.
So from the 23rd of July, from the 22nd of August, it's Leo.
Leo.
It's Leo. Okay, so the third victim is Cancer,
Yes.
like me.
Yes.
He
Which is
says-
related to the moon. So we
I
have
am a crab.
so we have the
No,
Cancer,
we
and the
have
moon,
crabs, man.
the Leo and the Sun, and then we have which one?
He
is the
starts.
first one?
Yeah. George starts writing on your crazy wall with the strings. He says, first victim, metal, lead. Second victim, metal, gold. Third victim, metal, silver. Then, first
Thank you,
victim,
cameraman.
astrological sign. Ace. January is Sagittarius.
Yep.
Second victim, what is it?
Leo. No.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
it is Leo.
it
no?
is. Yeah, it is Leo.
Yeah.
Sun. So Leo Sun.
That's Leo.
And
Third
the last
victim.
one is July is Cancer for the moon. Or crab, as
He says
most people
the
call it.
7 traditional. There we go. We can start profiling these guys if there are indeed 7 victims. And he ponders and he rolls and he says, I can profile all of these for you if you give me enough time. Immediately, right now, I can tell you the astrological progression. And
Just
he
quickly
says,
above.
it's not necessarily the method of the madness that we need to concern ourselves, it's how he knows this stuff. Because guess what this is? This is vampire thaumaturgy. He can't have gotten this by himself. Someone needs to have given him this. And he rolls occult intelligence. He says, you don't necessarily have to investigate the murders themselves, although there might be a clue in there. However, this is vampire thaumaturgy. He says, next one would be, and he rearranges some of your notes, and he says Mars. And that's where the details from Chastain start coming in. All
coming together.
Mars. So somebody that was born in March or April.
Let me find my...
Just above the table, how many horoscopes have you had to read to fucking design this campaign, Ice?
This is my magnum opus. I'm gonna write someday a book about this. It'll be a crazy murderer a la 7 that does this stuff. This took me like weeks, maybe 2 weeks to design.
Hell yeah.
How
many Facebook forums have you seen?
you don't want to know the type of websites I have to. Never mind. Where are my not quick notes? Where is my symbol? We'll be right back.
Good question. What's Mars' symbol in alchemy? Oh man.
What did you
symbol.
Which months did you say?
Between March 21st and April 19th.
You can have one experience point. 5th of April is the date of birth of RS.
Oh.
Her details start coming in. And he says, planetary ruler is Mars. The symbol should be the spear of Mars, right? And that's where the text comes in from Chastain. A rough circle with a jagged line thrusting out diagonally, like a spear breaking through a shield.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
The homosexual symbol.
No,
it's scary.
Man, where?
George sits down Sherlock Holmes style, and he's like, I bet he killed her with an iron fucking spear or something. And it comes in crowbar from Chastain, is the murder weapon. And he says, I can map you all 7 of the murders right now. And he starts doing that exactly. He says, there are 7, they haven't found them all. Next one is, and he ponders and he says, it'll be in June, it'll be Gemini, planetary ruler would be Mercury, the metal would be Quicksilver. Of course, they can't use Quicksilver because it's Quicksilver. That's Mercury for those that don't know. That'll be a mirror shard or something. I can tell you probably what day they were killed. I can tell you the symbol. It'll be the... they haven't found it yet, but he describes the symbol to you. And then the 7th one is special. Now we need to figure out the days that they have died. If there's any relation, like what day did the first one die? What day did the second one die? What day did the third one die? What day did the 7th one die?
Crazy. Call me mad. But what if the days that they have died, the planets associated with the thingy has just completed orbit around the Earth?
Yeah. And placed themselves, and he points at you, Izron, with his finger, and he says, and they have placed themselves in alignment with the final planet coming in alignment in a couple of days is when the final murder is going to be, and then the ritual will be complete, and the ritual will do, and he looks at you guys and he says, what is this for? Some vampire does rituals. Some vampire has used human magic to summon a storm. Why?
Well, cleanse us, question mark. I don't know, summon some horrible stuff, seeing as demons are arrived, werewolves.
I as an occultist, Dante would like to think in his mind: are these signs of the end times, or are these signs of something quite similar but not of the vampiric kind?
Yeah, the fucking Archaeon, the Ever-Chosen, is gonna come back and slaughter us all.
Is
He
it
might-
about... Sir, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Please, go ahead.
I wanted to say that probably it's some very intricate plan to somehow prevent the expansion that the prince is about.
How did the prince make himself so many enemies, though? That's the
If the storm is created to hide something in the eye of the storm, could it be that they're trying to do something there? Maybe either a summoning or some type of creating something? I don't
How
know.
about reversing more so?
Could
destroying.
be.
Yeah.
Look at me. It's just like, wouldn't you want to reverse this? Where you help me?
Elizabeth would look at Izron and like, yeah, I would kill myself if I looked like that.
Every
Oh,
appearance has
hello,
a-
bro.
every
That really boosted up my, you know.
every
You're talking
appearance.
to Toreador. What did you expect?
Yeah, but not all Toreadors see through the same lens.
Yeah, but I am, because I'm an actress.
I am. I think, therefore I am. Okay, Descartes, bro.
He looks a little bit at Nosferatu and he will say, every appearance has an advantage. Just keep that in mind.
I mean, he is scary. That's an advantage.
Uh-huh. Excuse me.
Lord, if I knew obfuscate, I would use it. I would use it right now to disappear from their sight.
No, you guys are mean. Why you mean to Izron?
I was complimenting his appearance.
Before I
Elizabeth.
summon Quasimodo to kill
Yeah,
you
Quasimodo
all.
just like
Fucking-
jumps on my head.
It fucking kills Elizabeth. Make a new character.
Oh god.
Quasimodo kills you for your bad
Shoot
language.
through your skull.
Yeah.
For your impudence. -7 aggravated.
And in reality, he just tries to jump and just lands on my foot.
You die with your head and break
Because he's too
your neck.
fat, he can't jump.
Oh.
He's a ugly
That's the way to
fat
go.
fuck.
But no, he's a cute one. Quasimodo is cute.
Alright, so we have... What's the last symbol that we need? So there should be, what, 7 killings?
Well, we don't know
Yes.
the last symbol. That is the fun part, but I am thinking vitriol because that is very cool. And
What do we associate every sign with? So we associate the moon with emotions, the Mars for action,
Okay.
the sun for self or ego, I guess, depending on
Brilliant.
how you're feeling. Do we put like? Are we considering Pluto a planet? I'm sorry, I need to ask.
Oh, he says, oh, you know, George is like super arrogant. He says, you call yourself an occultist? The 7 occult planets are in this order: Saturn, Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus. These are the 7 classical occult planets. Every other planet was not discovered at the time of the Greeks,
Fair enough.
including
Yeah.
Pluto.
Yeah, poor Pluto. Above the table. Poor Pluto. Going back.
He's always left out.
Yeah.
Earth also
Well-
doesn't have a significant occult quintessence in the grand scheme of things. They never. That's the Greeks for you. They studied the skies, but they never
Well-
bothered to study the.
Well,
Wait,
if
wait.
the 7th planet is the last one and it's Venus, well,
Okay.
Venus
No.
was the goddess of beauty
Well,
and
so's the
yeah,
moon,
but
right?
desire.
Yeah, but Venus itself, it's considered to be harmony, which I don't know what kind of harmonious thing we're gonna make with
Well-
this 7 killings, but
He said,
I
"Well,
can
no,
see-
harmony. The ritual is in harmony. That is exactly what."
ah,
going.
yes, correct.
I
So
see
the ritual
another
completes.
issue.
Yeah.
I see another issue.
Mm.
What is the, ignore the killings. It's their people, right? Problem. What is happening in a few days where this supposed killing is supposed to take place?
Isn't that the Bow of Owls?
Yes, and every major vampire primogen will be there.
Mm, mm.
At least those that
Ooh.
fear
Oh, yeah.
the prince.
But also, isn't the storm itself just like a huge masquerade break? So it's probably someone either outside of the circle who fears the prince, or someone who really hates him.
Michi.
Or someone who just hates Kindred generally. If it affects Kine, it would
Uh,
affect Kindred as well.
Impossible, says George. This is done by a vampire.
Mm.
This ritual is done by a vampire. This is vampiric thaumaturgy. This is the invoking of the stars through thaumaturgy.
But
Again,
isn't
what
that
I'm
just dumb because it will get like the attention of the hunters?
This is definitely either Sabat or some kind of other vampire out of town, or maybe someone. You know, if my primogen hears me saying this, I will be killed. But maybe someone stole knowledge from us. It happens all the time, more often than we'd like to admit.
well, the problem with that is that, again, with the bow of the owls and whatnot, that's a lot of powerful people, and I don't mean like, you know, like powerful as in societal value, but powerful as in, you know, magic and whatnot. All in one spot. Couldn't, you know, the bow of the owls serve as a catalyst of a sort? Question mark.
I mean,
He
who wants
says
to kill
no.
all?
No, that doesn't make
What?
sense.
Who wants to kill all of the primogens in one place at one spot at one time, and hates all of them? I guess that's one of the questions. Maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Well,
But
Dimitri,
also,
no?
weren't there talk about that mage guy or someone else talking about like wings and dangers and shit?
Eve mentioned, I think, someone from the police department?
But he didn't know too much about that. He just said he had visions and he was just bringing
But
them
what
to
were
life.
those visions like, kind of? Do you remember?
Well, I think he mentioned some geometric shapes and visions of the system and something in those lines connected to planets.
But like that's the thing. If he was talking about planets and these killings are connected to the planets, and the weather is using some planet thaumaturgy visionary force of the vampire Luke Skywalker Darth
Okay.
Vader shit, wouldn't that mean that's connected in some shape or form
Mm.
to the mages because it affects them that much?
Or it's
Or
meant
could
to
it just
look at
get their
that.
attention and make them delete the city?
Not possible. Well, I guess it is possible to a mage, but not likely. We are either missing something, George says, or... Well, no, I'm definitely sure we're missing something. We're missing some kind of component. Standard thaumaturgy has... let's start from the top. It has the astronomy symbols. That's the highest aspect of the ritual. It beckons to the stars. How? Why? Well, every
Wait.
star has a particular representation. Every astrological sign has a particular planetary ruler. So, your first victim, and he looks at the notes, and he says, MH, born January 8th, her sign is Capricorn, and the planetary ruler is Saturn. So, the Capricorn constellation refers to Saturn, which then, by means of the metal lead, ties this to the planet. So it's a line going from the stars through Saturn via a magical medium, in this case a magical metal, which is lead, coming down to the Earth. The question is not how, the question is why. Why would they do this? And why I know we're missing something is We don't know. It goes from the zodiac sign through the planet, through the meadow, to go where? To the place where the
Wait.
women were killed. Why were the women killed?
Wait. What if we, just for shits and giggles, if you will humor me, the places that they were killed, how about we draw lines in between them? Maybe that'll reveal something.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna get some sort of symbol or like a place where like there's a symbol and there's a mark or X marks the point. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking of that too.
Eve, didn't Justin give you locations to the murder scenes on the 4th and maybe the 5th victim?
Did he send them over?
He
Or in
says,
text?
what are... no, they're in his files. He says, what are the odds of drawing a heptagram?
What the fuck is a
It's like a
heptagram?
pentagram, but with 7, says George.
Yeah.
Heptagram. Oh, it's like this thing.
He says, we need more information, or we need more victims.
It was the Jews all along, Jesus.
God. And if we draw the heptagram with the information that we have without the lacking information,
It wouldn't be a
where do we get-
heptagram.
yeah, it would be a hexagram. Sorry,
It would be a
five.
a square.
5. Yeah, no, it would be 5. How much is
well,
5 in tetra?
Four victims we have. Penta.
Penta, excuse me. Yes.
That's 5.
Yeah, Penta's 5. Yeah. I have not played League. My apologies.
These are the locations.
Wow,
So-
that's a nice looking oblong shape.
That's a nice looking not star.
Oh, somebody already drew. Okay.
Yeah, I drew it. These are the locations.
I don't know.
And the 4th and the 5th?
This is 1. Well, this is
5th, I guess.
This is 1. This is the Spanish lady, which is Spanish
The
lady,
3rd.
the 3rd. This is 3. This is 2. And this is 4.
Okay.
So then George says, then it needs to be like this is not a perfect, he just draws it with chalk over. He says, I'm not saying the murders are there, because you can have, then it's a triangle. This is a heptagram. But it could be like this, and then he deletes it, or it could be like this.
Yeah.
Right? Or it could be like this.
Yeah.
Or, I guess. Do you understand? It's not a pentagram that has perfect sides that we know exactly. Or even if it's a pentagram, it can be a pentagram like this, or it could be a pentagram like this.
Time to study alchemical signs, bro.
This doesn't like. You want to have a pretty symbol on the map, but that happens when we solve 07 and not before. And like in the center of it, there's gonna be a magical. That's also not astronomical quintessence. That's not how this stuff works.
Yeah. Astronomical quintessence. I already hear a mage player just like screaming, like, "Oh no, stop!" All right.
Well,
Eve
I
had
don't think we will get too much more. I think tomorrow we all should go to the police station and visit the murder scenes ourselves.
I know that Eve like wanted to say something, or maybe you had an epiphany.
I was thinking about these locations, and if one of the victims is the center of the storm, as we figured, could the other 3 victims, which we do not know the locations yet, be kind of mirrored to the 3 other that we already know?
I will draw it for you exactly. You tell me. Here's 1 victim. Here's 2. Here's 3, and here's 4. That's not their exact numbers. But these are the 4 victims that you have right now.
Yeah, well, what
Oh,
if we connect them? Oh, I'm
The
sorry.
the center of the storm is here. I will do a very trippy effect for you guys to visualize the storm.
Whoa, dude, we're tripping, boy.
And before my epilepsy kicks in.
Does anyone have epilepsy?
No.
No. Okay. Hold on, because
Thankfully.
my foundry died.
No.
So
If I close it.
epileptic that you
And Foundry got anxious. Nope, we're not drawing pentagon. We're not drawing any kind of grams. Nope, not today.
Under
Nuh-uh.
virtual tabletop.
You got your
Bro, foundry virtual.
kilograms, you got your grams, you got your decagrams.
If I close it, that'll crash, right? Yeah. If I
Yeah.
close it and it crashed.
Yeah. Lost connection to the sire.
It'll come. It'll not come. I killed it, guys. I'm sorry.
He killed it. No.
No administrator access required.
And
No.
before the
Got it.
final victim is the
I got it.
campaign itself.
I got it. I got it.
We're trying to draw grams on the thing, and VTT says no, not today.
No, Icetorn cameraman. Icetorn has too much rights.
You guys have right.
Yeah, you guys don't get rights, only cameraman. He's the cameraman.
Alright.
He's the man.
How would you do the mirrored, Eve? The
Yeah.
murders.
Feel free to draw, Eve. I will remove everything.
We need to see the Eve's vision. We need to let her cook.
And maybe leave the
Look.
access so that we.
Do it.
I need to figure how to draw because I don't
Yeet.
It's
know.
on the it's on the left,
Here's a
and
storm.
you
Drawing
have the
tool.
little pencil.
That's cool.
And then freehand.
Yeah.
I will increase its animation just so you can see it vortexing. But this is not how the storm actually looks like. But I have increased its animation so you
Oh,
can
God.
see it vortexing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very true.
Blah.
The way it looks like is actually more like this. And it takes it much longer and you need to zoom much further out to see it vortexing like this.
Yep.
Yeet. If you look at it long enough, you will notice the vortexing.
Yes, I have noticed my eyes.
Yeah, I was
My
thinking something like
eyes.
that. Yeah.
So the idea is to look at the Eye of the Storm victim here, right
Mhm.
here as a center, and you kind of draw a line,
Draw
Yeah.
away.
like not that way, but
Press Control Z to
kind of
undo
like this, and then on the other side you have the 3 other, like
Okay.
I tried to draw here, but not sure.
Okay.
It falls out of the city border, so that idea doesn't work, I think.
It's geometrically not possible to divine the locations of the murders on the map. This was the first thing that I started making this by figuring out how you would try and crack it and closing those loopholes.
I
So
need
no.
to get the I need to draw a heptagram, put it over, and have the center as the eye. I need to do that. Give me a second. I need to get the piece of paper. Hold on.
Yeah, but you can have a heptagram in every configuration.
I'm saying that hypothetically the center is the eye of the storm, as Eve said, and we just put it. I put that in the middle, and we assume that the
You-
borders are just.
You already know.
concentric.
You already know that it's a corner.
Okay, so
Ah.
it's confirmed to be a corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do.
Let me.
We can hypothetically do. Let's say the other murder is here. Where's my pen? We can hypothetically say
Where's
that
my
the other
pen?
murder is here, the other murder is here, and the other
Yeah,
murder is here, or it has to
Okay,
be over
the-
here.
It's very scuffed.
So now
tabletop
we can do
experience.
this,
Okay, where's the piece of paper that I?
and
God
this will
damn it.
be a hexagram, right?
Okay.
A
Or
very scuffed one, but yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or-
Ignoring that.
or they can be here, here, and here, and that'll also be a hexagram.
Okay, so assuming that this is a heptagram, and I get my pen, if I have
I
one.
saw this symbol before, the fucking triangle. I'm not tripping.
It reminds me as a player, or like above it reminds me of a symbol that it's. I don't remember where. I'm reminded of it from somewhere, but
It's the fucking, it's Avatar because they have air, earth, fire, and water. That's why it reminds
but it's
me.
7. How do you explain the rest?
Well, yeah, that's what I was referring to. Why the symbol looks familiar.
Yeah.
Let me try and help you guys out. Here's a symmetrical one, geometrically symmetrical one, and this is the best that we can do.
Okay.
Ooh, this thing, yeah, this is the
It is
the perfect the celestial
Okay.
celestial shape. Yeah, this is not what this is.
Okay. So assuming that this is the right positions, or this is a very. Okay, so if I put this as a point, so let's just pick a point like this.
Yeah.
Something like this maybe. Okay, so if I hold this piece of paper above and I just do a few markings.
You have 2 minutes because the session's ended.
Yeah. This is a very
Honestly,
rough.
I think the entire killings are just this. It's
And
gonna
if we just
paint this.
Well, why would I go through all the trouble? So probably not.
and we just cross lines through these, maybe, give or take.
You need to do it in a correct way, otherwise it wouldn't be a.
Okay, now I need to hold a piece of paper slightly better, and I need to put. Okay, this is good. And now I need to. This. Stop it. Stop yourself. Okay, perfect. Okay, and if I do this, now I need to draw a line between them. Give me just a moment, people.
Yeah.
I do apologize for keeping everybody.
Not at
This
all.
is just
Meanwhile, I'll
approx-
draw where the killings are.
okay. Assuming this is right, now we just have to draw.
The X's are
Babylon.
the X's are mine.
Yeah,
Squares are
I'm
his.
just I'm just putting my circles. Like this is just me and my ramblings of a madman. Please ignore
Yeah.
me.
No.
So
Check
we
this
do
shit
it.
out.
We need to do like,
That
oops,
shit.
no, I don't need circles, I need lines. How do I get myself a line? Just click.
You don't get them.
Line is it this one? Hope it is.
The whore of
Draw
Babylon.
freehand, there it is. Okay, so assuming that this is somewhat right, left. Now, let's drop the piece of paper. and just...
You're not gonna crack it, man.
I'm not. I just wanna get into it. So
Okay.
we do it like this.
Oh dear. No, that's already not gonna.
It's fine. Let me cook.
You're gonna end up with a terminal line,
Yeah, I know.
which doesn't complete a circle. Which doesn't.
I never said I was good at drawing.
That's a pentagram.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I think I drawn here.
Yeah, you
On
end up
one
with a
point.
terminal line. Yeah.
Yeah, I did because I put 3 lines.
If you want to do a hexagram, which is of 8, this will work. But with 7, it doesn't.
Oh, I think I'm just gonna draw it in paint and then put it over.
Anyway, I'm gonna call the
Yeah,
session
yeah.
here. Thank you guys
Yeah,
for playing. And sorry for overshooting and for being late. I will see you guys same time next week for session number 9. Blessed be. I think I can end it in about 20 sessions. Maybe a little bit more. So I hope you guys are having fun and that you're hyped up.
I ended up with the Iron Cross from World War One.
Yeah, this is what Izron did.
That's me.
Nope. You can't draw it as satisfyingly as a pentagram. You need to draw a rectangle and a triangle.
It's because there's going to be an 8th victim, and the 8th victim is going to be everyone who just dies.
Thanks for gaming. Bye, YouTube.